Hey everyone, my party tent is finally here. I got the box on the right yesterday, and then I got the two boxes on the left today, and I'm super excited to get my event tent put together. All right, so we are about to start assembling this event tent. I just wanted to show you what was in the boxes. We've got the storage bags that afterwards you can go ahead and put your poles away. And then you've got your user manual here, the tarps for all the tops and the sides, and then all of your poles are in these boxes. I've got them in the van lifted off the ground so I don't have to bend over as much. All right, so we finally got the roof put all together. Super excited about the next step here, which is to get the tarp on. So here is the top, easy peasy. A lot of push buttons, which makes them easy to connect. A few wing nuts, not too miserable. All right, let's move on. All right, so once you got your tarp laid across the roof here, you go ahead and bungee some of these guys on, hold it nice and snug, and then you'll take your poles on one side or the other to lift it up into the air. And then you simply do that on the other side. And now we were up in the air and ready for some walls. Okay, here we are all put together. I love this design for the reason that there is a mesh window here, here, and here, and it really just lets in a nice breeze. Let me go ahead and show you my setup on the inside. So for this party, we decided to leave the two ends off just because we were having competitions and such for this party, and so it was easier to have people exit and enter through the big opening. But you can see if it's lots of tables, lots of decorations, we had food and drinks and coolers and a very good group of people. I can't talk more about these windows as they really did keep it nice and cool under the tent, while it provided a really good amount of shade for this super hot day. The windows really just made it even better, especially because the sun did not shine through them. As you can see it there, it's not coming in at all, and it just made for a really nice breeze, and we had a really good party. Wanted to mention that there are a few different ways that you can really stake this down. This is the bottom of the legs on both sides of the tent. You can put two stakes in each of those to have that fastened down. Across the walls, you can put stakes down in those also, and that keeps it nice and snug. On the corners, you can use these fancy little hooks to keep your cover over the pole nice and snug there. Then you also have rope that you can tie to the top corners, as my husband is doing here, making his nice little knots. And then you pull those nice and tight and stake those into the ground. And this is probably where we saw the most benefit of tying it down and having it secure. All right, our tent is fully assembled. I'm going to show you how these doors work, and then we're gonna finish getting ready. You'll see here how easily the zipper goes up when you have the tarp staked into the ground at the bottom of the door. We went ahead and rolled it inwards because we thought if it rained, we didn't want it to catch. So we're doing that here. And then there are buckles along the top that hold that up. Now, I just love the way that this framed in the tent. It looks so good. And we were really excited about how much clearance there was underneath. Thank you so much for watching this review. I have already used the tent multiple times and you are going to love it.